Thank you so much for meeting with us, Doctor. You would think that 18 months of pre-wedding therapy would have been enough to make this marriage perfect, but I guess not.
Well, marriage is a lifelong process, and in many cases, so is marriage counseling. You two have really committed to the process.
Oh, and Doctor, I just wanted to say I'm so sorry we couldn't invite you to the wedding.
There just wasn't that much room on the beach or the bouncy castle.
Yeah, the thing is, Bill's family is pretty large, especially his sister.
That's quite all right. In all the excitement of planning the wedding, it's understandable that you would pay no attention to my feelings. The important thing to me is that when we're in a session together, I can tell that you're really paying attention to our...
Doc, I hope doing this as a phone conference is okay. I did consider setting up a Skype, but that was not possible because my hair looks really bad today.
I understand completely. I had a client once who I believe suffered a psychotic break as the result of the trauma of a particularly bad perm and highlights. I completely dispute the psychiatric board's assessment that it stemmed from my excessive prescription of OxyContin. That's just...
So, getting down to business, Doctor, I think that our main problem is that Bill is sort of, well, sometimes he just doesn't get it.
What do you mean I don't get it? What don't I get?
See, this is what I'm saying. What do you think, Doc?
Ultimately, it boils down to communication. Many times we believe we are communicating, when in fact we're merely waiting for the other person to stop speaking so that we...
You know, I think the problem is Jenna's expectations. I believe you should face life with no expectations. That way, you're never disappointed.
Well, maybe you're never disappointed.
If I may use a metaphor, your new marriage is like a new box of cereal. Much like the disclaimer on the label that the box is actually half empty due to natural shifting and settling, you just have to settle.
I thought I already did that when we got married.
What do you think, Doc? Is it okay that Jenna is disappointed sometimes? I'm leaning towards yes.
Disappointment is perfectly normal at the onset of a marriage. I recall a young couple I worked with who were deeply disappointed in themselves that they had gotten drunk and married quickly in Las Vegas without giving it much thought. Oh, wait, was that an episode of Friends? Well, the point I'm trying to make...
So, what do you think, Doc? Is this all a perfectly normal part of adjusting to a perfectly normal marriage where the two people live in separate cities? Or is there something wrong with one of us? Like Bill, for instance.
There's such a large spectrum of what might be considered normal and an even larger spectrum of abnormal. Who knows where you are at any given point? The important thing is a couple can maintain a marriage living in separate cities as long as both of the parties involved are either movie stars or extraordinarily mature and trust each other implicitly.
Hey, excuse me, I'm on this line.
Oops, sorry, Bill. I didn't see the little button was lit up. Wait, you're doing this call at the office? Oh, gosh, this is so embarrassing. Wait, is that Jenna? It's so nice to finally meet you.
Hey, Sarah, I'll be off the phone in about 15 minutes.
Oh, sure. Take your time. Lunch at my desk at 1, as usual, right? I ordered your favorite from the Thai place we like.
Great. Thanks, honey.
Bye. Are you freaking kidding me?
What did I do?
Doctor, please explain to Bill what he did.
Now, I see by my notes that I have not received payment for our last 3 sessions.
Love comes in at an angle. walks in from the side, and you can't tell it to do what you want it to do, though it might hurt your pride, like peripheral